So, welcome once again to the lands of Barovia, where we find our party in a rather precarious situation. Again? There seems to be a recurring theme here at the moment. We have we have two of our regular party alongside a turret in the Wakta house currently, whilst one of the party slumbers as nice and softly and drunkenly in the Blue Water Inn, who has returned back to us this week, whilst another in the Blue Water Inn is downstairs eating, and the third is currently curled up in a ball, suffering from last week's torment. And speaking of such torment, let's begin the session with our lovely dear Venom.
Oh
Because
no, I need
why
alcohol.
not? So, let me grab my notes. Oh, I did
Oh,
have
no, we
them
can move on. It's fine.
in.
It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. We can move on.
No, we have
Fine,
them
fine,
right
cool,
here.
fine.
So, you essentially were in the bar getting rather severely intoxicated, and you did not know,
As you do.
but you were actually brought upstairs to a bedroom by the barkeep because you had literally been unconscious in the bar for quite some time. So they thought you could use a good night's sleep to rest it off. And you get to the point where you, just before waking up, essentially, and you start to dream. And the dream takes on almost a happy countenance at the start. So it begins with the early memories of your parents. And you do see them uh, playing with you and having fun and so on and so forth. But as you kind of get older and older, and obviously your parents being human, you having the horns and the red skin and everything like that, it did make obviously the other kids uncomfortable, the other parents uncomfortable, and rumors started circulating, and your parents started actually believing the rumors that you were actually essentially hellspawn sent to them to torment them. And you even start believing this yourself at one point, and you started acting like it a little bit as well, and it kind of became the norm whereby your parents would essentially treat you as evil from a rather early age, and continuing well on into teenagehood, and you kind of see just these flashing and fleeting memories of your parents scolding you and the pure hatred in their eyes. And it gets to the point where you reach an age of they basically stood in a doorway, you on the outside of this doorway, and they're just closing the door on you, essentially screaming, "Don't come back!" And so you just start wandering the streets, and eventually you get taken in by the local bar wench. But it's not quite how you remember it. You remember being taken in by this bar wench and everything being happy from there, but this seems to be very different from that. Everyone is treating you with a great deal of suspicion. They treat you as if they're beneath you, and it feels like everyone's laughing behind your back constantly. And you just keep wandering around, and you hear the hushed conversations stopping as you get near, and you know they're talking about you, but you can't quite work out what it is. And suddenly the dream itself starts twisting and turning, and it all becomes kind of this vapory mist, and just faces popping out of it, laughing at you, calling you evil, and telling you to go back to hell where you belong. And this just continues on and on and on. And eventually you wake up still hearing those voices in your head continuously as you stare up at the dark ceiling.
Is a good friend Colin in the bunk beside me.
He is indeed, yeah. So if we switch over to
Excellent.
that map view there, we are here
Oh, look, it's me.
essentially. It is you indeed. Where is
Look over. Serious question. How drunk did I get?
extremely? So you wake up and as these voices start to clear, you have the mother of all hangovers. It's just the pain in your head is splitting. You have never felt this way before.
You're right. I did get quite drunk. This is new to me.
And normally you're quite well versed at handling your alcohol. So this is a completely new experience. Oh, 4 months. Nice. Thank you. Okay,
I'd like to
this
point
guy.
out that my entire subclass is getting drunk and hitting things. My constitution modifier is +0. Um,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be doing this.
Nope. So you obviously look and you see only Ismark or Colin rather in the bed beside you. You
Colin,
don't see anyone
please.
in the you don't see anyone in the other two beds. I've even got Colin in brackets on his name because I will forget.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you see Colin obviously in the bed beside you, and the other two beds are empty. You're not sure where your friends are. You assume downstairs in the bar. What would you like to do?
Go over it, Colin. Did they leave you a note or anything? Have they fucked off without me again?
So Colin's
How
just
long was
beginning
I
to wake
asleep?
up himself. And Colin looks, you can just see a grimace on his face. It looks like he's been drinking drink for drink with you and has a very similar pain in his head. He's very much not used to drinking at all. And so he just looks,
Colin, you fucking champion.
what day is it? Oh, wow, what am I doing? Zoomed in over there.
That's actually a good question. What day is it?
You've got no idea what day it is. This has been like a 3-day binge, essentially.
Oh, good. I go as if I'm about to explain it, and then I'm just like,
What?
actually, I don't know.
If it comes, I ain't answering the door 'cause I'm not hearing it. So best be quick.
Would you like to head downstairs, please?
Yeah, you can do that. So you click on your token, and you can move with the WS
Or,
and D, and you click on the blue icon there that will open the door.
oh my goodness, I opened the door.
Yes, it is awesome. So from this
I'm figuring it
balcony,
out, you guys.
you can see there is actually someone downstairs at the moment, set at a table. Um, and they are currently just eating broth, and they have a rather curious flying snake next to them as well.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
I, I'm not going to call them my friends. Do I see my allies?
You do not, no.
Bastards. I'm going to head downstairs.
Have you
How
opened
do
your
I
own?
move the map up and down?
Right click and drag.
Right, okay, thank you.
So the you know the door. Well, actually, no. I suppose you wouldn't. No, you probably would. The door directly ahead, essentially, leads downstairs.
Yeah. Sometimes I move myself, and sometimes I hide parts of the map.
Hmm.
Doesn't like me. Oh dear. There's a wall at the
So it
bottom of the stairs that I can't
should
get past. Fraser, help!
Hang on, it should have moved you automatically.
Stuck on an invisible wall.
Yeah, no, so it should have done that. Yeah, so if you use
There you
the W, S, and D keys to move around, it will actually teleport you on
Oh,
stairs and things like that.
that's cool. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, as you walk into the barroom, you get obviously a clearer view of the barroom itself, and you just see what appears to be a humanoid cat sat at one of the table, which you would probably recognize as a tabaxi. And obviously the barkeep stood behind the bar, and he kind of looks over and says, "How's your head then?"
Shut up.
Yeah, thought it might be. Have some broth. That'll
Get
help
me
you out.
water. Yes, and some breath.
Yeah, so he'll grab a glass and fill it with some water and place it beside the bowl with the broth in.
Them both. Because I am the most dexterous monk in all of the lands. Kind of bounce them, the glass all off one arm. So used to be a bartender, I know what I'm doing. Slide them down on the table. Turn your face.
You get a wave, but he doesn't say anything.
Quiet one too. Intriguing.
Get a shrug. he he does have food in his mouth, so he's using that as an excuse to not talk.
Seems fair.
The flying snake is currently sitting and nibbling on a piece of bread on the table.
Take the bread, and she pulls off a little chunk of it and just slides it back. How that? Or smaller. I'll have to big it.
Get a thumbs up this time.
So, as Venom and Theo are getting well versed together, and Colin will kind of pull up a table
Well
as
versed is a
well.
word.
2 words.
Well,
Colin will pull up a
hyphenated.
bowl and a chair,
It's one word,
and he'll
surely.
start eating as
Mm.
well.
Mm.
I keep forgetting I need to change that on this one. I've got 2 different Foundry windows open. One obviously for the stream, one for me. I don't think my computer likes this very much. Running the 2 instances. But it will need to do for today, because that is how I have it set up. So, meanwhile, at the Wachter house, yeah.
Meanwhile,
hmm So, is Tart currently
Like a
still
branch.
playing his bagpipes?
Yeah, I'm currently trying to change theirs. Change the map. Cool. Yes. Oh my god, I hate that. Can you stop doing that?
la 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 la.
One thing I don't like about this is the fact that it keeps rotating my token.
Yeah, you need to click off the token, obviously, to zoom out and that.
It's fine. But yes, he saw the woman with all the puppies and decided to help her make more puppies by casting Minor Illusion, and that required him playing his bagpipes.
Yeah.
At least he can play them well now.
Oh, dear me.
So this lady appears in the doorway and says, "What the hell is going on here?"
Hello!
Never mind.
As this is
Hello.
happening, Malika is just gonna like sort of go like the window. She's gonna
Okay.
like push into.
And presumably
I
you're
will,
trying to do this stealthily.
Yeah, she's trying to do this as stealthy
Yeah.
as possible. So taking you back to the fact that Torret is the loudest person in the room.
Yeah.
Oh
so
yeah, he's also kind of putting himself in between them and her, trying to use his large stature to block them out and take all the attention on him because he's good
Yeah.
at that.
Okay, so stealth rolls with advantage then.
Still rolls with advantage. Where's the dice?
Technically,
no.
kind of
Now-
between here now, but that's between two squares, and I wouldn't be able to. I don't know if you can move in between squares.
I naturally have a disadvantage on stealth, so
So this would
that
cancel it
kind of
out.
cancels
So-
out the what's that?
Yeah, it would just
Yeah, I
cancel it
can do-
out. Yeah, the normal roll.
Which is awesome. Oh, that's not good. Good. Well, a 7.
Okay.
Mine was a
Starting off
19.
good.
So thank God for that advantage, because
Clang,
otherwise
clang,
that would have
clang,
been
clang.
much worse.
Hey, look! Let's go to the
Yeah.
window.
Okay, so
Gilroy's been learning from Torret.
Exactly.
so Torret, if you hold shift, you can actually drop your token anywhere on the map without it dropping into the grid.
Cool.
So
I
yeah,
find-
you place yourself in the path of Lady Wachter and trying to take up the attention there. Meanwhile, Malika is trying to get
There.
the window open. You do manage to
Circle,
get the window open rather quietly. And you hear Lady Wachter say, "Never mind, hello. I asked you what you're doing here. What's going on?"
I was making more puppies. And he kind of holds up the
Making-
bagpipes to kind of indicate how he was making the puppies.
Yeah. So at this
Because
point,
it's obvious.
her attention is actually drawn to the girl that is actually playing with the puppies, and her attention is completely withdrawn from you at that point in time, and she looks over at that girl and says, "What the hell do you think you're doing out here? Get back to your room now!" And the little girl, well, I say little girl, she's about a teenager, I think, kind of looks up and says, "Little kitty wants to play." "Never mind, little kitty, you're not a cat. Get back in your room." And she kind of saunters back rather slowly back to out of the library, and you assume back to the room where you actually found her in. Meanwhile, Malika, you get the window open, and you kind of look outside, and you think that you could probably climb down the walls, but it would need both of your hands and feet to get down there. And without any
Okay.
kind of rope or anything like that, you're not sure how Gilroy would be able to make it out of this room. What is your plan?
Okay, what have I got in my bag? Hang on.
I don't have any rope either.
I think I do have rope. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember.
Normally, everyone has rope. It comes in most packs.
Yeah,
I
most
think.
of the
Okay.
the
Yes,
packs are rope.
I have 50 feet of rope.
Nope.
Okay.
Clerics do not
What
have
kind
rope,
of
apparently.
adventurer doesn't bring a rope?
I have
I
50
have
feet
a
of rope.
tinderbox.
Okay.
I have
Say,
a holy
checking their
symbol.
inventory.
Okay, yeah. So Mal turns to Gilroy and she's like, okay, here's the plan, yeah. I'm gonna leave my rope up here with you. I want you
Okay.
to tie it to the most secure point you can. I'll
Okay.
climb down. Shit, we've got to do something with boxes. Do you think you can lower the boxes down? I promise, like, dwarf's honor, I will wait for you at the bottom. So we lower the boxes down, then you come down, and then we scarper.
Sure. I can probably think of something. Maybe if I tie the rope to the boxes, and
That's
lower
what
them
I
down.
was. Yeah. That's what I was saying. That's what the
Yes.
rope's for, Gilroy. But the rope is to get the
Oh!
boxes down, and then to
Right.
get you down after the boxes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
Okay, so Mal will take the rope out of her bag, and she also leaves him a couple of pittons just in case. She's like, these will help. She's like, these will help give you a purchase point for the rope if you need it. All right. So she gives him the rope and a couple of pittons, and then she's gonna try and climb out the window down the side of the building.
Okay. So acrobatics check or athletics, whichever you prefer.
Okay, hang on.
I
Which
know
one?
the
Which
plan,
one am I
but
better
I
at? I
joke
think
about
I'm
it,
good
but
at both
I
of them.
don't have rope.
acrobatics, probably.
I'm better at both of them. They're the same for me because
Oh,
one of them is
fair
because I'm naturally
Bring
dexterous,
that
and the other one because I have proficiency in it. That's an 18.
Well, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, so you managed to scamper down, and you managed to do it without making a noise, rather efficiently.
Okay.
Mm.
You may have to move me to wherever I am now because it's telling me that I'm
yeah.
colliding with a wall.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you'd be on this side of the
Thank
wall,
you.
essentially.
Boundary distance, let you climb out
These
windows.
walls.
So
Blam.
Lady
Roll
Walker
20.
calls through. Now, back on to you, sir. Who are you, and what are
Hello?
you doing in my house?
I'm Turret, son of Turret, son of Turret, son of Turret.
She kind of
she's-
cocks her head a little bit.
While
and
she's
just
going,
stands
son
there.
of turret, son of turret, son of turret, I'm going to kind of very quietly kind of tie the rope to the box and use
Mhm.
that as a distract because I know how long it is. So takes a
Yeah.
while to
Which
get through.
which box are you doing first? I feel like we should establish this. The
Yeah.
one with the
for
sword or
sure.
the one with the extra stuff?
Oh, the one with the sword because that's what we
Okay.
came here to get. So
Okay.
if
Son of Turret.
yeah,
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 I'd
so-
say I feel like we should establish this just now, just in case something goes wrong. Otherwise, Fraser will punish us for it.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Funny you should mention that. So, with your stealth roll, you make a lot more noise than you think, actually, moving with the boxes. And you hear Lady Walker call through, "What's going on back there? Who else is in my house?" And you kind of quickly try and lower the box down. So if you could make we'll say a sleight of hand check to see how well you can secure the box with the rope.
Oh, natural 20. Hey, there you go.
Nice,
Okay.
yeah. So you do this as if you've been doing this for
Nice.
all your life, pretty much. Who did we lose? What happened?
TJ.
Oh dear.
Tie,
There we
tie,
go.
knot, knot,
All right.
knot. I'll make a cleric
that-
knot.
That actually works quite
Question:
nicely.
Did Marlon Gilroy actually introduce themselves to Turret when he introduced himself? I can't remember.
Don't think so.
I can't
no.
remember either. Probably not because I think they were too busy
remember.
trying to figure out what Torres' deal was.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
I
Just checking. Because when Lady Walker asks who's in the house, he just kind of tilts his head and says, they didn't introduce themselves. Pretty rude.
Who didn't
Yes,
introduce
our
themselves?
rudeness paid off.
And he actually looks offended at this. Like, he's not even bothered by Lady Walker. He just suddenly looks completely offended.
Hey.
People who've been helping for the past however long did not introduce themselves when he managed to. You know, he was telling them who he was. He was telling everybody. He tells his whole lineage if necessary.
He got through his lineage twice.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
right? He's still shocked at this. But, you know,
So-
more important things to worry about.
So Gilroy, with your natural 20, you act as if you've done this 1,000 times. You know, you get this box nicely secured, and with your natural 20, I'll even allow you to actually have this box lowered down to Mal, who will obviously be able to release the knot and collect the box. And then you can do the same, obviously, with the second box there as well.
Sure. Let's see. 17.
17, yeah, that's good enough to do the box. You don't do quite as good a job as you did with the first one, but you are able to get the box secured and down the rope. Meanwhile, Lady Walker calls her again. Who is in my house, and what are they doing? And she actually starts to walk through the doorway.
Oh shit.
Oh, I was just
Will
trying to
come
think
through.
of what I could do.
And she gets to this point here. Obviously, she's going to try and barge past Torret. So is going to make
Turret
a
is going to
strength
try and
check.
stop her.
Indeed. So that is going to be a contested strength check. And I'm just going to say that
Cool.
Lady Walker didn't make that.
So do you
Torret's
want me to
bonus is
roll
bigger than that.
a strength check for Turret?
No. Torret's bonus is more than what she rolled.
He does have 20 strength, so
Yeah,
yes.
and I'm presuming Torret is going to basically try and stop her from getting through.
No, you can. Turret says no.
Yeah. So she does manage to catch sight of Gilroy. She hasn't seen you actually lower the boxes down, but she does see the rope in your hands. Who are you? What are you doing in my house? What are you both doing in my house? You have not told me yet. Why are you here? I demand you leave
I
at once.
told you I was making more puppies.
I gotta go, and I'm gonna jump out the window.
Okay. So
Like
it's
climb down
gonna,
the rope. I mean,
yeah. So it's gonna be the same thing, either acrobatics or
bye-bye.
athletics.
Sorry, what's that?
Either acrobatics or athletics to get down the rope.
Let's see. What am I better at? Actually, acrobatics doesn't have a. Oh, that's unfortunate. A 4.
A 4. Okay.
That's
So
unfortunate.
you fall.
Ah!
And you take 4 points of damage as you hit the
Cannonball, save me!
So, upon do you make any? I assume you make noises as you fall.
Oh yeah, I'm as I'm falling, I'm going. Cannonball, save me!
The turret runs over to the he comes over to the window and it's like looks out. You okay?
I'm good.
Lady Walker takes
You
the
want your rope
opportunity
back?
to get back
Ooh,
to you.
yeah,
Mal's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yes, the rope.
Please.
Turret will untie the rope and just let it fall, so that you get your rope back.
I hope we meet again someday soon.
Bye.
Mm.
But yeah, the Mal's just
Bye, you
like
small
sort of
friend.
like Mal's just trying to sort of pick Gilroy up and she's like, okay, come on, we gotta go.
Go, go,
Bye,
go,
you
go,
small
go.
friend.
Quick question.
Bye.
Mal waves before she picks up the box.
Did you guys close the secret door in the library?
Nope.
Nope.
I don't think you did.
We
did
sure
yous?
did not do that.
No. So Lady Walker comes round the corner, spots that door open, and immediately calls out something that I don't think any of you can understand. 'Cause I believe it's infernal.
I
Let me
might
just
speak that actually. Give me
check.
1 second. Oh no, I don't. Never mind.
No. Do not have that.
Nope. Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
Just common draconic for turret.
Not infernal.
Yeah. No, so you would not hear, well, you'd not understand, rather, what she's calling out. Um, however, you do feel as though you have made a nice little escape. And you start making your way with haste to the Blue Water Inn. Meanwhile, back in the house itself, Torret, you turn around and you are now face to face with this very angry, very stern looking woman. What have you been doing in my house?
Looking through the doors. See that's what I do. I go and I find doors for people.
This is not a place to be looking through doors.
He pulls out the orb and just says, "That's not what it said."
Oh no.
What is that? In fact,
It's my orb. It helps me find doors. It's actually telling me there's one
My
special one
orb.
downstairs.
oh, you want to see the door downstairs, do you?
Well, that's where I came in. Sort of.
Hmm.
Because we went upstairs at least once.
Well, let's go see the door downstairs, shall we?
Okay.
And she starts heading back off in the direction of the stairway. When
He's just happy to follow. Doors, man.
Yeah, dude. En route to door.
Why can I not go downstairs?
Me down the stairs.
Mhm. Hang on.
Where has she gone?
Well, how didn't you try going back up one square? There we go.
Okay.
And go down.
Ah, there we
There
go.
we go.
Hello.
Don't know what happened there. Yeah, so she goes up, 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 up. Ah, you did leave all of
This
my
is the way we came, right?
doors up. Yeah, this is exactly the way that you came. And obviously, all of the doors have been left open. And she just heads
Yeah.
straight down.
He stops here for a second, has a ponder, because there are 2 doors he hasn't been through yet.
Indeed. She's not looking back, though. She headed straight down the stairs that was behind the first secret door you opened.
No, he is not interested in these doors. He's curious about the special door that she said she'd help him with. Ah, there we go.
So she indicates essentially down at the bottom there. The section of wall.
Is this the same way that the door is?
Hmm?
Is this the same door that the Dorb is trying to tell him to go to as well?
Yeah.
Or is this
Yeah,
a different door?
So this is a secret door. It looks like a plain section of wall to you at the moment, but the orb is telling you that there is a door there somewhere. And she just kind of gestures towards the wall just below her. Well, why don't you try your hand with this door? Hmm?
So, kind of puts his hand on the wall, and he sniffs it a bit. And he has, he does what Turret does with doors.
Yeah.
And do I roll for something at this point?
Make
Or?
a perception check with advantage, since she's literally telling you where the door is.
Cool. Wow. Okay. That's big. Perception is +5, so that's a 24.
Cool. Yeah. So you quite easily find the door, and you manipulate the mechanism to open it, and you push the door open, and behind it, you see 4 cultists, 4 people dressed in cultists' robes, stood just beyond the door.
Hello!
And then Lady Wachter is going to try and push you through the door. Are you going to try to resist
He's
it
already... He will have probably gone through the door anyway.
Yeah, but as soon as you go through the door, the orb itself pulses, which you understand as there are no more secret doors here, and you vanish. And you end up back through where essentially as you're stepping over the threshold. You're stepping over the threshold of Dorgai's lair, essentially. Because you know that this is what the orb does. Once you've found all of the doors, you step over the threshold and it teleports you back, essentially, to go find another secret door elsewhere.
First, I regale Tilly of all my adventures.
Indeed. And Lady Wachter has just kind of stood there. Obviously, you'll not know. None of you will know. But she's just stood there like, where the hell did he go? And she starts kind of wildly swinging around and trying to find you guys, find where you went. And they'll probably do that for quite some time. Meanwhile, on the route back to the Blue Water Inn, we have Gilroy and Malika on their way back with a couple of boxes. I'm guessing one of you are holding one of the boxes each.
Yeah.
Yeah. But who's holding which box?
Good question. I think Mal would have just grabbed them randomly. Would have grabbed the first box randomly as soon as it became clear they had to go. So should we just roll for it?
You can do.
Roll a d4 or?
Yeah. I mean, or I guess any dice will do, and then we could just do odds as one box and evens as another.
I've been waiting to use this one.
oh, okay. Yeah, we'll roll that then. Okay, you may have the pleasure of rolling.
I rolled a 2.
Hang on, should we not decide which outcome is which first?
Oh, well, I guess.
Okay, so I guess
what does that mean?
I guess. Okay, I guess if it's odds, then Mal has the sword box, and if it's evens, then Gilroy has the sword box.
I will be right back.
Okay. Well, 2, so 4.
Okay, so Gilroy has the sword box. Okay.
Cool. So, Malika,
Oh, that's cool.
you feel a force tugging on the box that you hold.
Oh, well, we don't like that.
We don't indeed. And what we shall do is we shall roll initiative.
Okay. Oh, is that a mimic?
Never,
I
never
have a
like
box
a
of mimic.
force tug.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, come on, dice.
What
Be
is
nice
my
to me.
initiative model?
Oh, that was a good roll. And what is my initiative modifier? I've got
There's
3. That
Great.
is a dirty 20. A dirty 20 on initiative.
Nice.
Dirty, filthy, horrible 20.
I have a 6.
Your dice
'Cause
are
I'm
not
rolling
doing great tonight.
I was gonna say I think I might switch this one out for something else because that one's not doing so well.
You've got like a 4, a 7, and a 6, I think.
Yeah, right. Although I did roll the natural 20, so
So
Yeah,
what's
but
your what's your total initiative then, Malika?
20. It's a dirty 20.
Right.
stone dice. How about this one instead? 6.
And what was Gilroy's?
6, unfortunately.
Go. Right. Okay. So begin combat. There we go. And it even pops up in the chat as well, letting us know whose turn it is.
That's kind of cool.
It might help actually if I.
Okay, so far the only thing that's happened is I felt a tug on the box.
Yeah, you felt a tug on the box.
Oh.
I'm gonna tug back. And I'm also gonna shout to Gilroy as I do it. Oh, Gilroy, I think we got company of the invisible kind.
Oh.
So make a strength check.
Okay, that was not great. Let me just double check what my strength modifier is. Oh yeah, and strength modifier dump stacked. Whoops. Okay, that is an 8.
Yep. Okay. So you yank this box and you don't feel any more resistance on it. Yeah. What would you like to do?
My dude, invisible things are not, generally speaking, my forte. I'm gonna keep going towards the inn.
Okay. What's your AC?
Oh God, that's not a question I want to hear. It's 13.
Okay. So you, yeah, you get stung. And in fact, I'm just going to use these dice because it's far easier. There we go.
One of
Right,
those.
so you take 9 points of damage.
How many?
9.
Oh wow, okay. Dang.
Cool.
Okay,
All right.
yeah. Ow.
Yeah. So you managed to get away though, and move your. Is it 30 feet?
25 because I'm a dwarf.
25. Okay. Yeah. So you managed to move your 25 feet away. So if we go up from here, I think. In fact,
Yeah, I was about to say, where do you want me to move?
if I do. I'll do for now. Yeah. Cool. And then next turn. How much movement does this thing have? Not as much. Okay. So it's going to do that. Gilroy, your AC
16.
16. I'm guessing a 23
Going
hits.
better than you, and I don't know where
Yes.
I am.
Yes, a 23 does it.
It does indeed.
Can I see where the attack is coming from?
You can't see where it's coming from, but you feel as though it's coming from essentially left on this map.
Okay.
And actually, Malika, you should have taken a little bit extra damage as well. So you should have taken 4 damage as extra on that. So it should be 13 damage in total.
Oh, ouch. Okay.
Yeah. And
See, now
Gilroy.
I enjoy this.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. No. Oh, good God. I need to get used
Okay.
to this system. So you take 4 points of damage, Malika, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, right, okay. Constitution. Please roll good for me. Oh no. Oh no. That was a natural one.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
so you take the full 13 then, so it's 4 points of piercing damage as you feel this needle hit you, and then you take the 9 points of poison damage.
Oh, hang on. No, I don't. I get half poison damage.
Then you take 2 points of poison damage.
Ah,
No, sorry, 4 points of poison damage even.
dwarf.
Okay, so that's 8 points of damage altogether.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
We'll get there
Gilroy,
eventually.
we'll get there.
Yep.
Yeah. Gilroy, you take 5 points of damage initially, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw as well.
All right, let's try with this dice. That's not any better.
That is really hard, you guys.
That's not any better at all. 5.
With a 5, you take a further
Wow.
7 points of poison damage.
So how much altogether? So
So 12 in
points
total.
altogether. Yeah, that's not good. All right, let's try this one.
And it is your
12.
turn.
You said I can sort of feel it coming from the left.
Yeah.
One thing.
Mm-hmm.
If Foundry is displaying the right name of the creature, if I
Yeah.
recall correctly, the invisibility only lasts until it attacks.
Let's double check that.
I really
'Cause
hope so,
do
because I would
vaguely
love
recall
to.
them being used against me
Ah, yes.
a long while ago.
Toasty's here having like war flashbacks.
You are indeed
Just like
correct.
his character.
I do know that is how invisibility the spell works.
Yeah, you are indeed correct. So you see
Oh, that's-
this imp
Ah,
having, and you would have seen it sting you as well.
Now that's not a very nice thing to do, Mystery Man. I'm gonna kind of swirl my hands around, and
Yeah,
it's
channel
gonna
your inner Taurus.
gather some light and some energy, and it's gonna.
now
I'm gonna
excuse
cast.
me, mister.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at level 2 at this little unfortunate something or other.
Is Guiding Bolt a ranged attack? I believe it is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, then it would be at disadvantage because it is in melee range with you.
Oh, right, of course. Okay, that's fine. That's not horrible. So it's 11 plus my spell modifier.
Yeah, which your
So
spell modifier.
Say 14.
Yeah, so that is going to hit. So roll me some damage.
Fab. So that's 5d6. I don't like imps. Wow, that's all right. 10, 16. Oh my goodness. 5, 10, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21 points of radiant damage. And the next attack has advantage because he's glowing.
Okay.
Just imagine him looking like an impidimp.
The next attack is non-existent as this thing literally explodes right in front of you into a mist of red dust.
Ha!
Mal turns around just long enough to watch this happen, and it's just kind of like, glad
Every
we're
now
on
and
my
then.
side.
Every now and then, you know.
So
I've never seen
yeah.
an imp be mulched before.
Don't like being hurt.
You guys are able to make it back to the Blue Water Inn unimpeded at that point.
Impeded.
Oh, I hate that.
I wonder why I
I
laughed for as long as I did.
Hey, it's not easy to come up with these jokes.
Hey.
I'm so glad you could all join me for my only stream. Not coming back if the jokes are like this, Tracy. You gotta step them up. You gotta step them up.
Anyways, so yeah, if you all want to jump back across to the Blue Water Inn map, and we'll disable that one. There we are. So yeah, you arrive back at the Blue Water
Fraser,
Inn.
I can't click off my tokens again.
You can't click off them.
Yeah, I'm always
You're broken it.
anytime I'm always on Edison, and it's irritating because I don't want to zoom out and have it rotate.
Have you checked your settings?
I'm sure we changed the settings last time.
Yeah, I don't know whether there's
It
any
should work
problems
if you
with
like
them.
highlight a bit of the map. It should stop highlighting anything else.
Oh, hey, there we are.
There we go. Save. There we go. Okay.
Awesome.
It must have unsaved from last time. Cool. Thank you.
No worries. So yeah, so Malio and Gilroy arrive back within view of the Blue Water Inn. What would you guys like to do?
Has Venom and Theo been having a conversation since then?
Presumably. You can do that before they walk in if you like.
Because eventually
Yeah,
Theo will
I feel
run
like
out
at
of food.
some point, yeah, at some point Venom figures out that Theo is a mute and just kind of also just goes quiet and enjoys the quiet company. She does have a very blasted hangover.
Yeah, that's true. So, but he will be doing hand gestures while he's eating, and then once he finishes eating, he's just kind of thinking, "Please don't ask me any question that is long-winded in answer." But then by this point, you've just given up asking questions, so she hasn't actually spoken since you sat down.
Okay.
I think
So,
like Colin tries to initiate conversation and I just go, no. No.
Colin's probably just sat there like, nursing his massive headache. Never drinking again.
cool. So now you guys can walk in with your loot.
Yeah, and you guys walk in with 2 boxes full of lovely stuff. One of them has bones and a sword, and the other one has various other accoutrements.
Right.
Venom
So we'll walk
kind of
in.
scoots back in her seat, looks over her shoulder. Oh, hello there!
Hey.
My God, I feel like it's been forever since I last saw you. I just feel like so much has happened.
Like several weeks have passed.
And that'll be the drink.
Hey,
It feels like it in Barovia. Good
that's
lord.
right. Time's funny.
So, is Colin sleeping off a hangover, I guess?
Colin's right there.
I was Colin there. I wasn't aware that he'd actually come down. I thought he was still like dying upstairs from his hangover.
Yeah, you
I
should
just
be able to
can't.
see him on the
Yes, his token is there.
if you click on the are you on the Blue Water Inn map, are you?
Oh no, that was just me like failing a real life spot check. It's fine.
Oh.
Venom gives Colin a big slap on the back and just goes, yeah, how are you doing, buddy? I'm looking handle that.
So you're saying that to Colin?
I think so, yeah. I think it
Yeah,
was.
I think that was the idea.
I think, yeah.
Sorry, my Discord is being really weird tonight.
Yeah, mine's being changed. I think mine's being changed because I'm
I've noticed me leave
essentially
about
trying to
5
run 2
times.
instances of Foundry, which I don't think is a good idea. Yeah, Colin kind of looks over and just kind of groans, just like, oh, my head. How much did I have to drink? And then the barkeep must have heard that. So he calls over and says, 35 glasses. I was counting.
Is in the background just having he's listening and he looks quite amused, but he's trying not to laugh because he doesn't know these people, but at the same time, he can't help it. It's funny.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna motion to the
not
boxes and
paying
say, I think perhaps we should maybe find a bit more of a private place. I just came back from a rather dangerous location, and I think I may have been seen.
That's
May have been.
curious news.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't have her names though.
Well,
I
no,
mean,
but she does have my face. I'm assuming that's where the imp came from.
I mean, we don't know she saw your face. She saw you, a person, climbing out a window, but she doesn't know who you are.
Let's hope not.
And I mean, you could always just hide your face the rest of the time we're in Valaki, and no harm, no foul, yeah?
Well, I mean, I could, but fine. I'll just kind of take the hood on.
Yeah. Mal's just kind of like looking at it, giving me a look like it's kind of like the trust me, I know what I'm talking about. This isn't my first house that I've robbed, sort of look.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of, we should probably
Venom.
go and hide our gains somewhere.
So you do have
Upstairs to our room then?
yeah, I was gonna say you have full access to the room that you were assigned, the one with 4 beds.
Yeah. That's what I was
Oh
thinking
yes,
as well.
that's where she's going.
Wrong staircase.
I will. Oh, that's right. It was outside, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gosh, these staircases.
These blasted staircases.
This is funny. Which one was our room? Oh, the one at the end, wasn't it?
It was the one with the 4 beds, yeah.
Right. Cool. Okay.
Come to think of it as well, Ravenheart,
and I will-
you left a message for them, didn't you? Put a note
They left a
somewhere,
message.
I'm sure.
Think so.
Mal left a message for Ravenheart, but I don't know if he ever picked it up because he was too busy rocking backwards and forwards
Having
in
a
his bed.
breakdown. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds right. They left one for Ravenheart, and she left it in not so good English.
She's doing her best,
Oh,
okay?
no, that was it.
Good
Yes.
schooling.
So as you two actually arrive back in the inn, just rewinding a little bit, the barkeep calls you over and hands over this note that he was passed. A strange bird came in with that cat fellow over there. Gave me this to hand over to you guys. He just hands over this note.
I think it was already handed over 2
can't
sessions
remember.
ago.
I can't actually
Yeah,
remember.
the one from Ravenheart got
Cat
handed over.
and the
The one
bird.
from Ravenheart got handed over, did
Yes.
it? Right.
Yeah, but I think it's the one from Malika. They know that Ravenheart's there. That's why they
Mhm.
left a message for Ravenheart
Yeah, I
when
think
they were going out. But Ravenheart's too busy traumatized to pick up the message from Mal and Gilroy.
Yeah.
They just
like a
didn't know
mis-
about Theo.
That's
which was slid under the door.
Right. Okay, so I should be upstairs.
They just didn't know Theo existed. So they
Venom will also tell the cat that they can come.
what? Sorry?
He seemed nice enough. I'm assuming Mr. Cat person. You're fine. You can come with us.
Well,
Theo.
What's up?
Birds.
And then he points to the snake and takes a deep breath and just Edison.
Theo, Edison, it is lovely to meet you. Don't push yourself.
And he just points at you. What's
Venom, sorry. I swear I did that.
then he just kind of holds out a paw. Just like, how do you do?
Discord handshakes.
Yeah, Discord handshake. Woo! mean, if you stood up very slightly more, I could pat you on the head. Out there.
I can't really go up much further because I'm on a memory foam bed, so like
It just sinks more.
if I try and sit up, it just actually go further down.
Lord.
Anyway, so yeah, if Venom's going up after Mal and Gil, Theo will follow, and Edison will kind of fly and just sit on his shoulder and follow them up. So, yeah.
Carefully watch token to see if it's
Oh, wrong way. Goodness sake. I'm going the wrong way. Cool. For the sake of ease, I'm going to assume Edison's just with me because I can't go back down and get his token and come back up.
Yeah. You should be able to.
So-
You should be able to see both. Can you not see both? Can you not?
I'm currently just on Theo mode.
Ah, right, yeah. Once
don't
you
know
click off Theo, you should be able to then see Edison as well.
No.
You'll need to obviously scroll the map down to get back to him.
Oh,
Really?
so yeah. Yeah, I'd have to go back to. There he is. That's my bad. Cool. Get him outside. Come on, you stupid snake. Ah, you're not moving. There you go. Oh, boy. And you're turning again, because I forgot to off-click you. We're zooming in, which is awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, Ravenheart, upon hearing your friends return back upstairs, are you going to do anything?
Let me roll for that. No.
Oh, that's good. I
Okay.
think. Sounds like it. Or maybe not.
Cool. So, what would you guys like to do in this room?
Just kind of inspect the our treasure, I guess. You know.
Theo's just going to
Um,
stay by the door and just look awkward.
I'll pull out the sword and kind of take a look at it and see if I can sense anything about
Venom
it.
will just like
or-
tear all the sheets off one of the beds and just be like, lay it out on here so
Oh,
we can all get a better look.
Sure. And I'll put it all out where he's laid it out, and then kind of look at it and see what we got.
Yep,
Should be able.
it is time.
I should have been a rogue.
I bring this up.
Mal's kind of patting him, kind of like, oh, honey. I realize this is the high of the first successful heist, but it takes many years to make a rogue.
So, you
One simple theft a rogue does not make, my friend.
the sword itself is essentially just a sword hilt that you actually pick up out of the box. So the box itself is fairly small. It's about as wide as your shoulders are, kind of thing, and about half as deep. So as you're kind of picking up this hilt, you do feel magical emanations from it, but you're not quite sure exactly what is going on with it. It just looks like it's a very ornate sword itself, but again, there's no blade or anything like that on it. So you don't see how this could be a weapon against Strahd or anything like that. You feel as though you would need to attune to this weapon in order to know exactly what it does, essentially.
If nobody minds, I would like to spend a little bit of time trying to maybe figure this out. After we take a little bit of a rest, I can cast a spell that will give me a bit more information about it, unless, of course, anybody else can magically identify this. I don't have that particular spell handy just yet, but like I say, after we rest, I should be able to magically tell what this is and what it can do. Doesn't seem like much right now.
Yeah, I mean, knock yourself out. I would
Every
recommend that
every
obviously
time
when
Gilroy
we,
says
when we do
magic or
rest.
spell, Venom winces just a little bit.
So does Theo. To be honest, he just just kind of wiggles his nose a bit, just like magic. Not sure about this thing.
Yeah, well,
What were you saying, Mel?
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend obviously, when we do rest, one of us keeps a lookout. I mean, I know we're in the inn, which should be safe, but we are sitting on a package, as it were.
I agree.
And I imagine that a ladyship will be wanting it back when she figures out what it is that we stole. So,
When
in the
Mal,
meantime,
I was going to say, when Mal mentions a lookout, Edison does fly off Theo's shoulder and tries to land on Mal's.
Nice.
oh,
You have a new
His
friend.
name's Edison.
does this young snake thing have a name?
Theo kind of looks at Venom as if to say, "Can you answer this?"
Yeah. Venom looks back like, don't stress it, kid. That's Theo, cat person. Snake friend is Edison. Theo doesn't talk much.
All right. My name's Malika. Call me
Also,
Mal.
I do feel like I've slept for about 3 days, so I think I might be good for a lookout as well.
It's funny that I've gone from a character that it talks about to everything and everyone to a character that doesn't say much.
Yep.
Mal's gonna start having a look through the other chest to see what's
Okay.
inside with all the extras.
Yeah, so the
Edison is
other
also
chest,
interested.
the other chest itself, you notice a silk bag and a leather bag, and as you kind of move them about, they jingle. You think there's coins in there.
Okay.
You see a wooden pipe, which again is just a smoking pipe. It does look, it's got a few patterns on it. You suspect it's possibly a rather old pipe. It looks well used. You see 5 scrolls. You see a small leather case. Uh, a leather-bound book, and you notice the title on the book is "The Grimoire of the Four Quarters." And you see another rolled-up bit of parchment.
So the grimoire of 4 corners or quarters?
Quarters.
Quarters. And then there was, I'm sorry, I'm just writing all this down. So I've got a patterned smoking pipe, 5 scrolls, a leather case, a leather book, which is the grimoire. It was 2 pouches that jingled, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
pouches, brackets, jingling. And what was the last thing? A folded bit of paper.
Yeah, but essentially a rolled-up bit of paper. A rolled-up bit of
Okay.
parchment.
Okay.
Does it look like it's been naturally rolled up, or is it like been folded, like
This
purposefully
is something
folded?
that someone has purposely folded up and put in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Mal knows enough about magical objects to know that the scroll might be magical, but obviously she's not magic herself, so she's only conjecturing. So she kind of like, she takes the scrolls out and she takes them out. She's like, these thingies magic.
So you're just going to hold them up in scrolled up form. You're not going to attempt to read them or anything like that. Just
But I mean, she also knows that they just stole it from a cult house, so she's also trying to hear like, if I unfold the scroll and read it, will I burst into flames? She doesn't know how magic works. She just
Usually, it takes some kind of a hand movement or a verbal command or some type of ingredient. You're probably okay to just read it. Just be very careful.
Okay. I guess she's gonna slowly, like she's holding a live grenade, kind of unroll one of them to have a look at it.
Yeah, so as you start to slide it down, you notice
It's like
the
this far open, and we all just
Yeah, the room explodes in fire.
you notice the top of the page itself. The words begin to glow, and everyone gets a fireball thrown at them. No.
Oh, no. I just got back.
Chocolate. So yeah, no. You notice it's actually a title deed for a property.
Oh, nice.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh.
What property? The Wachter House?
Yeah. This one is for the Wachter House, and as you kind of scroll it out further,
We own it now.
you notice it is granting Lady Wachter the essential ownership of the the Wachter family, essentially ownership of the lands, and the other ones are the same as well. Various parcels of land granted by Count Strad von Zarevich, and you notice the date is almost 4 centuries ago. So these plots of land have been with the Wachter family for quite some time now.
Okay,
Could
so
Theo
they're up.
go up.
They will be keen to get this back.
Hmm.
Oh
Do
no,
what?
they're smells now.
Oh, they're gonna try though.
What's Theo
Theo,
doing?
he now he's been sort of accepted. Theo,
Mhm.
no one's told him to leave, so he takes a couple of steps forward and just kind of has a look, and he picks up the book, the grimoire, and he has a look at it, and he's just then steps back out of the way, and he just kind of checks the cover before he'll carefully have a look at the first couple of pages, see what happens.
So nothing happens when you're actually looking at the pages themselves, but you notice as you kind of start skimming through them, they are describing some really dark practices, sacrifices and summoning of devils and demons and things like that.
Anything
Yeah,
interesting in
screw it.
there?
Venom might have had one of those coin pouches.
He just
Of
kind
course.
of makes a face and shakes his head.
So Venom, you grab the pouches themselves, and you're so well versed in handling coinage and things like that that the instant you pick up the packages, you kind of automatically weighing them and assessing how much is in. And you suspect there's around 100 coins in the leather one, maybe 200 coins in the second. Obviously, you don't know what kind of coins they are without looking and examining them.
Yeah. I do not know the denomination. She's gonna take the 100 for herself and leave the 200.
Okay, cool. Fair enough.
I will look at them later. It just like went off the bed into a back pocket. Silent.
Yeah,
Okay.
Theo's
Can I
kind
roll?
of
Can I roll to see if I noticed her do that?
Yeah, so if you're
Sleight of
trying
hand?
to hide it, it would be sleight of hand. Yep, as a perception check.
Okay, which dice has been good to me today?
Yeah,
This
that's
one's been okay.
quite good.
I just need to remind myself what my perception thing is because I know it's quite high. Oh yeah, because it's plus okay. It's +7 because I've got the rock. So that my roll wasn't great, but my modifier saved it more or less. So that's 13 altogether.
Okay.
Ha! 17.
Okay,
Yeah,
I don't
so
see anything there.
you do not notice it, no.
Alas.
Nice.
I mean,
I
that
rolled
being
really
said,
well, and I have a not that good
Mal is going
modifier.
to take the remaining pouch and sort of like have a peek inside it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you would notice that the pouch itself isn't there, but you just don't know what's happened to it essentially. But
Oh,
yeah,
I mean, to be fair, there was only one person in this room who she suspects of taking it straight away, but she's gonna let it slide.
yeah. So on picking up this silk bag again, you are obviously quite well versed with handling coins yourself as well. So you can estimate about 200 coins.
Steve.
And as you open them up, you examine one of the coins, and they're actually electrum pieces.
Yes.
Not bad.
Well,
You,
that's more
you,
than gold, isn't it?
That's-
no, electrum is 5 silver.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
Oh, it's the one between silver and gold.
Hey,
Oh, it's
that's
between.
still.
Yes, still pretty
Still,
good though.
that's not. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
I
Okay,
was
I
fully
guess.
expecting it to be like 200 platinum and 100 copper.
Right. Yeah.
yeah, no, the platinum is the higher one
Right,
than gold.
with like my 10 gold.
Mal is gonna count out 100 of these pieces into her coin pouch, and then she does up the silk pouch and she hands it to Gilroy, and she's like, "It's only fair. Half the job, half the spoils, yeah."
Oh, thank you. Did
Where's
we?
Torrance? He helped.
Torrent isn't here.
Right.
Torrent
I was
is
going
not
to say.
here
I
to
think.
share the spoils.
Yeah, that's fair. He went looking for gold.
If Torrent returns to share the
Yeah.
spoils, then of course he will have his rightful piece. But
Be careful what you wish for. What was Gilroy trying to do? Sorry.
No, nothing at all.
Yeah. So
what's in the leather case?
in the leather case is you see what appears to be an unbound manuscript, and as you kind of look at the title, it is titled "The Devil We Know." Well, it seems to be a poetic manifesto attesting that the worship of devils can bring happiness, success, freedom, wealth, and longevity.
Is it in like one of those eat, pray, love self-help books? Please tell me
Yep.
it's written like
Oh, yeah.
one of them. Yes.
Full 12-step plan and everything.
57 questions you ever had about straw, but were too afraid to ask.
Take this quiz to figure out your personal path to demon summoned happiness.
Watch first and watchmojo.scroll.
Yeah.
How dare you?
At this point, I'll kind of look over at Ravenheart and I'll say, "Is there anything that you see that
Is Raven not even here?
No.
I can't say
there we go.
Ravenheart
I
emerged
thought he
from his
was.
pit of despair yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was. I apologize.
No, I was just going to say, if once we checked everything in there, if Ravenheart hadn't appeared, Theo was going to sneak back. Not sneak, as in need to roll stealth. He was going to,
I think there's only one thing we haven't checked yet, which is the
knock
folded
again.
up bit of paper.
Right. Yes.
Because we've checked the scrolls, we've checked the case, we've had a peek in the book. The money has been distributed. So
yeah, so you notice that this appears to be a very old letter indeed, and it even starts to actually crack a little bit as you open it up. I think it's been in here for a good number of years, but it appears to be a letter addressed to Lady Lavina Wachter from someone called Lord Vasily von Holtz. And it seems that
Lord Vasily von what?
Von Holtz. Holtz.
Okay.
And it seems to just be thanking Lavina for her hospitality, loyalty, and friendship over the years.
An eye out for that guy.
So could
Although
Theo
we have no idea what he looks like, but
go down and just kind of knock on Ravenheart's door loudly to try and get his attention.
Oh, you'll get his attention. Whether or not you'll get a response is entirely up to Ravenheart.
He'll most likely hear it, but the question is, will his mind let it through?
Exactly.
I feel like it's just like the lightest knock, and then there's a dagger that just gets like inches through the wood.
Oh, jeez.
Just screams.
Does Theo get a response to this?
The dice will decide. Not not really. There you hear a small little like movement from inside the room, as if something has shifted, but there is no real response to the knock.
Okay, Theo's just going to open the door and have a look inside. Just check you're alive.
Yeah. So you
Very
well.
much alive, but
I was going to say, I'll
on
let you
the
describe what's happening.
So basically, he is alive. He is breathing. He is holding Luke while currently pretty much on a in the fetal position on the floor,
On the floor, not the bed.
not the bed. No.
I'm sure Ravenheart's been in
Okay.
this position before, hasn't he?
Mm, it's the damage control position.
Theo just, he goes in and he's just kind of like pokes you gently on what he thinks is your shoulder, trying to get your attention.
Hello?
Right. To the actual like direct sort of feedback that Ravenheart has gotten, he'll sort of move like sit up straight, sort of look you up and down, and then uh, I'll be just a minute. Just I'll be right out. And then sort of grab his notebook and then gesture you to please leave the room for a minute.
So Theo will go out and he'll just head back down here and just stand in front of the door again and just wait for you to come out. See, undoubtedly he wasn't noticed, so
Cool. So is anyone going to examine the other box at all, or are you just examining the sword from that other box? Or the sword hilt?
Oh, is there more on the other box? And if
I
there's
was
more on
gonna
the other
say, I
box, then
thought we.
yeah, Mal's examining
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, there was just bones in it, essentially. But yeah, you can, by all means, examine them. And
I mean,
I'm quite interested in those bones, actually.
yeah, actually, Mal takes one look at Gilroy and she's like, I mean, isn't this kind of your area?
Mm-hmm. Can I tell if it's like a full? Oh, this is gonna be fun. Can I tell if it's like a full structure?
You can, yeah. So you would have been obviously acclimatizing to the sword. We'll go through that one
Okay.
first. So the sword itself, it's a rather unique blade. This is literally a one-of-a-kind weapon.
Cool.
Let's just grab the details. Yeah, where are they? There we go. So, yeah, as you attune to it, that's the word I was looking for. You get a sense of a presence from it, almost as if it has its own identity. And
that's familiar.
I was just thinking that exact same thing.
yeah, so
Oh God, what have I done?
the sword itself doesn't speak to you, but you get more feelings from it than anything else. So it at the moment is basically contentment, as though it is in the hands of someone who is going to help it attain its wishes, essentially.
Okay.
And as you're kind of digging through what actually is in this weapon, essentially, you discover a trigger that you can mentally send to it. And as you do, this blade of light emerges from the end where the actual sword blade would be. And you know instinctively that this is essentially akin to sunlight.
I'm sorry. It's
Akin to sunlight.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
So this is actually emitting sunlight itself. and it
Ooh.
emits bright light out to a radius of 15 foot, and then dim light for a further 15 foot after that. And so everyone in the room notices when this sword is activated.
Oh,
Ugh.
Jesus, could you turn it off?
Sorry,
Out
I'm
of
still
the
learning
room.
to use it. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'll
so
shut it down.
you can send the mental
Nope.
command, and it will the light essentially will retract back into the hilt. You essentially, for all intents and purposes, have a lightsaber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mal's kind
No.
of like looking at the sword thoughtfully, and she's just kind of like,
God.
huh. This looks like a what was the god that the priest with the vampire son worshipped? The one that you pretended that you were a priest of.
The Morning Lord.
Right. Yes.
Well, no, I know that, but Mal can't remember this.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to remember what his name was either.
What was it?
Back home we
The
had
sun god,
Hello.
the sun god,
Yeah.
the dawn father, the
Oh no, I'm
the monarch of the morning.
So
Use the weapon of the enemy against the enemy.
Are you proficient with short swords or long swords?
I don't know. Let me a second.
I would imagine so.
I think
as
I
a
might
cleric.
be actually. I hope I am.
I feel like you are.
Simple weapons.
Then
Clerics
yeah.
aren't proficient with them because that's why Kai had to go into Ranger.
Okay. Yeah,
Aren't,
then I'm probably
aren't they
not.
proficient with short swords though? Short swords count as simple weapons, don't they?
Short swords
I
are
think
separate
That's
from
a
simple
good
weapons.
question.
They're still martial
I
weapons.
know this.
they're martial weapons.
Yeah,
I've got that book
I know
here.
this because as a monk, it's like simple weapons and also a short sword.
Oh, okay. Weapons 146. Sorry,
Also, I feel like
1 second.
when Tasha's Cauldron came out, there was a thing for monks where it was just like if
Yeah,
you
short
sit with
swords are
long enough
classed as martial
make it
weapons.
a monk weapon.
Yeah, simple weapon
And
is
suddenly,
yeah. So short sword, yeah, would be a martial weapon.
Okay, well, if you are not proficient with short swords or long swords, you are not proficient with the Sunblade. Because the Sunblade can count as either a short sword or a long sword.
Okay.
You do know how, so you can use essentially a bonus action to cause the blade to spring into existence or to make it disappear. Whilst the blade exists, the sword itself has the finesse property. Scrolling the wrong section. So the finesse is you can either use your strength or dexterity for it, and it's also
Okay.
a versatile weapon, so it can be used one-handed or two-handed.
Okay.
Whilst you have the blade as well, you gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with the weapon, which deals radiant damage instead of slashing damage. And when you hit an undead with it, the target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage.
That's the Sunblade, right?
whoa.
That's the Sun Sword, yeah.
Okay, I'll add it to my inventory. Okay, cool. Excellent.
That. There we are. So
I
yeah.
have a quick question about the book.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
I'm assuming this is obvious, but are there any like blank pages in the book?
No.
I think so.
No. So this
Checking.
is it's kind of like a printing press printed book, essentially.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, on to the bones. The bones, the bones, the bones. So you look through them, and you being the grave cleric that you are, you quickly take a rundown of the skeletal structure and things like that, and you determine that this is a full skeleton, albeit dismantled and crumpled inside this box.
Okay, now I'm gonna say to the party, I'd like to try something. But
Mal,
I'm-
who was in the Wachter house for the entire thing when he was jonesing to raise the dead, is just raising her
Ah.
eyebrows at him right now.
yeah, well, I'd like to
She doesn't say anything.
try
She's just
something,
raising her
and
eyebrows, kind of like.
I don't know how it'll work. I've never actually done it before. But if you're okay with it, we can maybe give it a whirl.
In the background, Mal's just quietly clearing a clear space in the middle of the floor, just kind of like getting any valuables out the way. She tucks everything back into the other case. She pushes it under the bed.
Theo tries to get catch Venom's eye and give her a look like, what is with these people?
Mal's doing this without actually saying anything. She's just kind of here like, he's going to do this whether or not we agree to it. So I'm just going to move everything that could get damaged by a skeleton coming to life out the way. And then once she finishes, thinks that she's moved everything out of the way sufficiently, she's going to go into her backpack and she's going to take out the raisin bread that she took from the Wachter house, and she's just going to sit cross-legged on one of the beds and just eat as she watches this unfold.
If I were to cast animate dead, do I get the sense that it would be able to speak to me, or would that be speak to the dead?
Let me have a quick look.
Does Venom respond to Theo's looking?
Yeah.
Does animate
Venom-
dead creates an undead
Venom
servant?
mostly just
so-
gives like a curious response, and then it's just like, you know what, they are very. Just get behind me, just in case something happens.
Yeah, so your spell imbues
kind of
the target with a
gestures for
foul
Edison to
mimicry
come
of
back to
life,
him as well.
raising it as an
Sorry,
undead
I
creature.
didn't.
Yeah, it's
I
a
didn't hear what you
mimicry
said.
of life. It's not it doesn't bring back the soul and the spirit of the person. It just infuses it
Okay.
with mimicry of life, and it becomes essentially just a skeleton servant.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to try anything yet then, because that's not quite what I want it to do. Yeah, no, I can't do exactly what I had hoped. I think after a long rest, though, I might be able to do something else. Well, I don't want to bring back a skeleton and have it attack us all, you know. It would probably be counterproductive
be
to
alright with
our
just talking
mission. Yeah, let's after we have a long rest, I'll prepare a new spell, and I think I may be able to find out whoever this is.
So
It's a bit
Gilroy,
strange, I know, but oh, it's okay. Go, please.
hate
Go ahead.
to correct a man with a weapon, but you weren't holding that sword correctly.
Oh, okay.
Theo agrees.
How should I be holding
Keep that in
it?
mind.
Theo takes out his sword and kind of shows them. He's got a short sword and just kind of holds it in the right way of holding a sword.
Let's see here. Oh.
And just kind of like, Oh,
Like that?
Well, you need to kind of separate your. The handle's a little longer than that for a reason, you know.
Oh, right, like that.
There you go.
Okay, gotcha.
Keep that in mind. I feel like
See, I'll just kind of leave the bones alone for now.
between Theo and Venom, maybe we can teach Gilroy how to be proficient in short or long swords by the time we need to
one of
use
us
it.
Is that-
take it.
That must be something you can learn, isn't it?
It is.
Like you can,
yeah.
you must be able to become proficient with something.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
Okay, cool.
There
I was
are
gonna say,
various
that's-
ways
Is
of doing it.
Gilroy the only member of this party who isn't proficient in some sort of sword?
I'm
I
a
mean,
cleric.
I'm proficient with scimitars. I guess
I
that
like-
counts.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, Mal's got a short sword.
I'm
God
proficient in
is
all
my
weapons.
weapon.
Theo's a fighter. He's a proficient in all weapons.
Yeah.
I don't have one on me. I only have my daggers, but I am quite nifty with a short sword when I need to be.
Cool. So what do you guys want to
Mal
get
is
up
just sitting here eating her bread. She can't decide whether or not she's relieved or a little bit disappointed that Gilroy's decided against this thing, but she's just kind of here like, well, I cleared the floor, it's fine.
Just
I will also say, I'm not trying to take this from you in any way, but I do already need to be, sort of right up next to something if I'm going to do any damage at all.
Mm.
So giving me something that does a lot of damage might be beneficial. Leave it for now. We'll see if you can figure it out.
Mhm.
You can't.
well,
I'm just
I-
going to point out he is the only holy man among us.
this is true, but by the same token, I don't really need a short sword. I, as you said, I can't use it. So, yeah, no, I will actually pass off the sort of light to Venom.
Okay. So Venom,
It's
you
not. I
will-
can't use it, so I would
Yeah.
rather it go to a party member that will be able to use it properly than keep it myself.
More beneficially.
That's exactly right. Yep.
Yeah. So Venom, you'll need to spend around 10
Venom-
minutes attuning to
like,
the weapon
what?
itself.
I'd be very interested to know what the weapon thinks once it's tuned.
Yeah.
It is a very powerful weapon. I won't say that.
It is in D&D Beyond, so I can just whack it straight at my character sheet.
Yeah.
It is a
Yep.
fun weapon.
Oh, it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
hefty. It's a.
It's a nice beastie little sword.
It is. Yeah. No, that's
Real
true.
hefty friend.
I probably won't get up close to enemies, so I would much rather stay farther back, and so it's not going to do me any good, or it will do me less good, I should say.
What? Hang on. Has anyone seen Ravenheart today since we left?
Oh, no, I actually haven't. Now that you mention it,
I'm going to assume that means he's in the other room.
So you
The other room.
I mean, is
you see
he?
Theo kind of making really curious hand
Alright.
gestures at you.
What's is he? What, asleep? Oh.
He's curled up in a ball. He's crying.
I mean,
He's
okay.
covered, or not sure.
I mean, I think
Under a
I think this is crying. Yeah, that's crying.
Is he in trouble?
Set.
Did he fell down a well?
Why is a
Did
falling
I
down a
fall
well
down
the
a
first
well?
thing
I
you
don't
jump
know.
to?
Come on, Lassie. Bark once
It
for yes and twice for
happens,
no.
I'm sure.
Not Lassie, come on!
Will
I'm sure
will
that kind of
actually
thing happens.
will the inspection of the sword and the bones have happened after Theo entered the room?
Yes.
Yeah,
I will
probably.
come
Yeah.
back.
Yep.
And I went to
Okay.
get you while they were discussing stuff, and then I came back, and then we did the bone thing.
Yep.
So you've had plenty time to come to your senses, hopefully.
Yeah, then by that point, Ravenheart will probably be standing in the. I forgot the word. Lovely.
Doorway?
I didn't
Hallway.
want to
Sorry?
say
There you
it.
go.
Hallway.
There it is.
Landing.
Hallway
Door.
landing.
I know
Sort
the
of
word
area.
door.
Interior
Out
balcony.
in front of the door.
Torrent son of Torrent knows doors well.
Yes.
Indeed, a very good door.
Turret, son of turret, son of turret, son of turret, son of turret. Son of...
Yeah.
You say it 165 times.
No.
I can't wait until
But
Until we
bonus
play, like,
content. Bonus
Cyberpunk Riot,
content.
and we bring in
We
Torrent
say
as in,
we
like-
say Torrent's entire lineage ASMR.
No.
Son of Torrent, son of
Bonus
Torrent, son of
session.
Torrent, son of
Fine.
Torrent, son of Torrent.
We're not trying to summon a demon here.
No, you could summon turret. Again.
Yeah,
I mean, we have a book for summoning demons now. We have the technology, as it were.
Out of the corner of your eye,
I
Theo,
really
you
do
notice
think we need to set like a sci-fi
Raven.
game really far in the future.
So you
Sorry?
notice Ravenheart
I
out the
think
corner
I
of your eye. He's now standing in the hall. As you're kind of gesturing backwards,
Oh.
you actually notice him. He's now standing in the hall.
I almost whack him in the face.
He's not quite that close. He's 10 foot away still.
Oh. Ravenheart.
Speak of the druid.
Okay. Can't say I've heard that one before.
I mean, you are a druid, so I mean, I was just going with that. I feel like devil is a very loaded word in this place, so I was trying to avoid that one.
Lots of nodding.
Yeah.
Oh, by technicality, I'm actually a demon.
I mean, I was
Oh, the
talking
devil.
more. I was talking more about the fact that everywhere we go, it's like, oh, the devil's strahd.
Different connotation. Right. Yes. Sorry. I had a really weird dream. It's still sort of playing on my mind.
Yeah. I mean,
Actually, at the mention of a weird dream,
Yeah.
Ravenheart will sort of look up at you with sort of that tinge in his eyes that you know,
Ah,
and then, well,
have a conversation.
I had a dream too, but I
Oh.
don't think mine was the same as yours, seeing as you're standing there merrily while I was curled up in my room. Uh, anyways,
Well,
that's
you see, we'll talk about it another time. It's. I just really try to push everything down and then cover it in a layer of drink. But this hangover is still killing me, so I haven't had a chance to really.
has her
A
last bit of
single
raisin
tear
bread like
rolls down
halfway
my
to her lips, and she's like looking between you two. She's kind of like, is this more weird fog stuff then?
Let's say it's Barovia. It made me see something that happened in the past, which I'd rather never recall again.
Yeah, weird fog stuff.
Bird talk stuff. We'll leave it at that. I think it's.
That's rough. I mean, I'd offer you some raisin bread, but I kind of ate it all already. It was very good.
The only in Barovia.
Fruit bread in Barovia? Preposterous!
I don't know how she
She
got
rolled
it
a
either.
natural 20 on her perception check when she was stealing.
It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Tara
Well,
had some.
it's the best thing she's ever stolen in her life.
If nobody else is looking at the pipe that you found, the little wooden pipe, I kind of like to take a look at that, if that's okay.
I mean, you can, but you will have to go and get it out from under the bed where she stashed it when she thought you were going to be summoning the dead. So.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, yeah, I'll take a look. And sorry, I just want to take a look at this pipe.
Yeah, so the pipe itself, you kind of you smell it, and you can smell some kind of woodbine or leaves on them, and you notice the bowl itself is a bit burnt out, so it's obviously been well used, and it has some rather intricate designs on the side, and as you kind of take a closer look, you actually notice it appears to be depictions of demons and devils.
Oh
Actually
my.
on the sides of it.
Can I cast detect magic on? Can I cast detect magic on the pipe, or is it just like a random
I believe
area
detect
deal?
I think it's
magic
an area of effect.
Yeah, I believe so.
It is. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Never mind then. I'll need to identify. Jeez.
Actually,
Okay.
would I be able to see the pipe from
Oh,
where
what
I'm standing?
Yeah. I mean, I'm holding it. I'm not.
Yeah, yeah,
I
you'd be
mean,
able
if
to
you come into
see.
the room, I should say.
You'd be able to see Gilroy holding a pipe.
I'm not hiding it
I
or
think it
anything.
would be
So.
pretty smart to actually just cast the detect magic and try and like see if anything that we've looked at is actually magical.
Oh, we know what there it is. No, I shouldn't say that.
Out the way.
The problem is that if I do that, I don't know if I can find anything specific. Like it'll show me that everything is magic rather than.
Yeah, detect magic, I believe, shows an aura around.
If it says magic in this way, you
Yeah,
can
an aura
actually see a faint
around
aura.
the item.
Yeah.
Possibly it tells you what school of magic it is, if any, but that's
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah. It wouldn't. It
nothing
doesn't
that
give
much
me any
more, really.
specifics. That's why I see I need to identify if I'm
Fair
gonna do anything specific. So.
Actually, Gilroy, Ravenheart will sort of look at you and see the burned out residue in the pipe. And do you mind if I check what was burned in that for a minute?
Ooh, no, if you're able to, please go ahead.
I'm gonna try and roll a nature check and
Do it,
see.
friend.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
That one's going to the naughty corner. That was a 3 plus. That's a 7.
A 7. So with a
Oh.
7,
Could I
you
perhaps help because I know drugs?
Oh, clever.
okay. Yeah, so you can kind of compare notes and such and grant advantage on the roll. Mhm.
Okay, I'm rolling a different
I'll
die.
give you advantage. I won't roll my own because my nature isn't that good.
Okay, that's a lot better. That's a total of 17.
Okay.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, with the 17, you kind of stand there comparing notes, and you take turns kind of sniffing the bowl and picking bits up and examining it, and you think it's essentially akin to, well, it's essentially akin to tobacco and weed from current times. Yeah,
I will
that-
share that information.
yeah. So it's
Ravenheart's
the
like looking through like a list of like crushed up flowers, and I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
I've smelled that before, and I don't like flowers. That's a bar smell. It's from a bar.
Smells like old Toby. Weird.
The finest weed. in the
Yes,
South
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's
Well,
essentially
Toby
it gives you obviously a very
and his
lethargic
friend
effect.
Mary Jane.
I mean, I assume we all know the effects of marijuana.
Well, someone was
That's
trying to
essentially
enjoy
what it was.
themselves.
May I have it back?
I will hand it back.
I'll just-
It seems they were smoking
Mal
Strahd's letters.
surreptitiously reaches for the Eat, Pray, Love demon summoning pamphlet again to sort of see if there's just kind of like, what were they doing to summon these devils?
Wasn't the
Um,
book? No, wasn't the book more about demon summoning than the?
No, but the pamphlet was like one of those self-help, how to be your best
Yeah.
self with the power of devil summoning or something like that.
The devil we know, I think it was
Yeah,
called.
then that was
Yeah,
it. The
but
devil
I
we know.
thought I didn't realize there was a devil summoning advice in there as well as the grimoire.
Well, no, she assumes that it has to be what the weed is related to. She's kind of thinking, well, the grimoire is probably my more traditional manual on devil summoning. The weed is probably more related to this weird self-help thing they got going on.
yeah, I mean the pamphlet, essentially the manuscript, was a poetic manifesto, attesting to the worship of that the worship of devils can bring happiness, success, freedom, wealth, and longevity.
and weed.
And weed, apparently.
Yeah, no. They definitely needed the pipe to arrive at that conclusion.
Oh yeah.
What is it about our campaigns and smoking? Didn't Connor smoke the blue stuff last time?
Yes, there was the blue lichen was a big thing in one of
Connor
our
made
campaigns.
douches out of that. Yeah, and in the manifesto itself, just for shits and giggles, it actually has a line in there of "pass the Duchy to the left."
Ha!
Oh, that's perfect.
Nice.
Nice.
I dread to think of what YouTube's algorithms are going to make of this video.
Yeah, right. What
To be
the
fair,
hell is the matter?
we are definitely more than 30 seconds in. We should be good.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
theory.
Past the 1 minute mark.
Oh dear
Barely.
me.
I might have to check, but I'm pretty sure we're past the minute mark.
How late is it getting?
It's late morning. Because you basically headed off to the
Okay.
Wachter house like literally just before dawn.
Right.
So
That's
yeah,
good.
Yep.
it's like equivalent of like 11, 12 o'clock.
Okay.
You could all have safely taken a short rest as well at this point if you want to.
Well, some of us don't need to.
Fine.
Some of us
I've-
haven't been out.
Haven't done a thing.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
mean, actually, how many hit dice have I got to roll? Actually, yeah, I will take a short rest and I'll roll a hit dice.
I was gonna say I'm gonna do the same. So yeah, I'm not doing well.
After
While you're
helping
resting, Theo takes this
identify,
opportunity.
old Toby American.
Sorry, what
While
was
you
that?
guys are resting, Theo takes this opportunity to try and actually say something. because everyone's clearly sitting down for a while, so he can, take his time.
Oh, 2.
I'm going to attune to the Sunblade.
Okay.
Can I ask what going on here exactly? Like,
Do you want the short version or the long version?
I think we'll start
Alright.
with the short version.
Okay. We all woke up in the fog, in a forest. Strahd trapped us here.
Yes.
We got a card reading from a woman in a caravan next to a river, and she gave us she gave us a way to beat Strahd, I think. And he's got some sort of thing where apparently he's so old and withered that the only joy in life he has is from watching people like us run around making fools of ourselves around Barovia. So that also plays into his hands very nicely. Oh, and Colin's sister got taken to his castle because apparently
Oh
Strahd
my.
wants to marry her.
I'm sorry?
Nakatron raiding with a party of 27. Welcome, guys. How's it
Oh,
going?
hello.
That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people.
Wow.
Bunch of nerds coming here to watch D&D. What are you? Sorry.
You
said
have
only-
actually caught us towards the end of the session as well, guys. We are going to be wrapping this up in about 15, 20 minutes. But yeah, and thank you for the follow, Kiwi, as well. Wow, 27 people. That is awesome. That's absolutely amazing.
yeah.
And oh, we just finished ours too. Nice. Nice. What campaign are you guys running?
to
How
the
many
guests.
followers coming in?
Awesome.
So we have
Perfect.
what's that one? Pimiento.
The horde grows.
Dark and Raw. Now Dark and Raw. That name I know. I'm not obviously on Twitch. But Dark and Raw is the main enemy in Legend of the Seeker. I like that.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah.
Excellent. Now we just need to reel them in before they realise that our
Yeah.
campaign is like 50% terrible jokes about raisin bread and,
Yeah,
And doors.
pretty much.
and doors.
And doors, yeah.
If they want to go back and see last week's.
And we also obviously have Pyromansil and Khajiit has done wrong for the followers as well there. Thank you very much. Mines of Fandelver moving into Homebrew. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Well, we, in
Oh.
case you can't
Oh,
tell,
I
are
started
running Curse of Strahd. And for being 12 episodes in, we haven't actually gotten that much achieved. We have just acquired, however, the Sunsword, which one of our party is currently attuning to. That's the one. So yeah, we are currently in a
for the
short
Sunsword.
rest state at the moment, just running some hit die and having a bit of conversation at the moment. Yeah, but I'm here every Saturday, 7 till 9 GMT. I would imagine that probably conflict with Nakatron's stream as well. So I wouldn't obviously expect you to choose Heavy Metal Monkey. Thank you for following. So many follows.
That is a good name. I like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There have been some really good names scrolling across that screen right now.
So yeah, anyways, getting back to it. So yeah, we have Venom attuning to the Sun Sword. Everyone else taking a short rest.
Yeah, Mal was explaining to Theo what was going on because
Yeah.
he
Having
hasn't a
joined the
clue.
party late. Yes. So continue.
Oh, we did have one other person with us who insisted she wasn't our friend, but she picked up like a cursed staff, and the last time I saw her, she was dancing over the hills with some twigs behind her. So, if,
You
if
know,
we
I
see her, if we see her again, she'll probably be screaming about jewels and trying to kill us.
you know
So,
I
find it quite funny that
could
this party was a lot less conflicted.
now I could try something with that. That fancy you mentioned that. With
as soon as those words are out of
apricot.
Gilroy's mouth, she's looking at him, waiting for him to sort of start talking about raising the dead. Because whenever he says that, she's just kind of like, okay, this is gonna.
Well, I do have a spell that I can use. It would let us contact her no matter where she is.
So yeah, because
Now I
you
can only
can.
send
Interesting.
25
All of
words, but
my previous games
we'll
are
be able to
available on
understand
YouTube
her wherever she
as
is.
well.
Interesting.
I
I
could
think
try
if
it if
I
you'd like.
have a link to my YouTube
I mean, when you
channel
say
in
wherever she is, I mean,
commands,
like, is there a distance?
No, if she's on another
I do.
plane of
There it is
existence,
there.
I could contact her.
All of the previous
Huh.
VODs all get uploaded to YouTube, so feel free to
I
check
mean,
them
could
out.
be worth it, even just to find out if she has gone completely nuts and started screaming about jewels and.
Okay, then I will. I'll cast sending, and try to get a hold of apricot. And I'll say,
Cool.
okay, let's see now if I can do this right.
You muted
Hope
yourself, Fraser.
everything is
Can't
okay.
hear you.
Not sure where you are. Are you alive? We're at the Blue Water Inn in Wallaki. There you go. And then I'll send.
Cool.
25 words.
Okay.
Fraser
Full
still
use of
muted
the
on
spell.
Sending.
What's that?
Sending.
Fraser still muted on Discord.
Yeah.
For me to read up follows and stuff. There we go.
Yeah. Reacting to chat. Let me just quickly check the sending spell here. You're familiar with
It works unless they're on a different plane of existence or they're dead. If I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I think it can work across planes of existence. It's just a low chance.
Yeah, no, it says
But
if
right now, I don't know why I'm
if the target's on a different plane, there's a 5% chance the message doesn't arrive. So I'm not sure how
Yeah.
you would work that out, but
So that
You
would
just
essentially be
rolled-
rolling a d20 on a natural 1. It doesn't go through.
nope, 14.
Cool. So yeah, Apricot gets the message, and yeah, for those
Okay.
who joined us in chat, Apricot was Theo's a previous character, who
Reductive artificer.
took up an
do no
offer
wrong.
of returning home with a peculiar staff. So yeah, they basically vanished with the I can't even remember what the staff was called now. But yeah,
Not sure.
the staff had
It was the
essentially
sticky
all but
staff.
taken
That's what I
control.
remember it as.
Yeah, the sticky staff.
Yeah.
It does have a name, but I can't remember what it is now. In fact, actually, is it in my items list? It is. It's the Gulthias staff. Yes, and I slightly modified it just for reasons. But yeah, so we'll need to go back into a little bit of apricot now, then I suppose. I do have notes on
I
this, but
guess
obviously I
I'm-
haven't transmitted those to apricot as yet. But essentially, you've been wreaking
We
havoc.
could do this beginning of next week if it would help.
We could do, yeah. In fact, I think that's what we're probably best off doing, because then I can prep
Yeah,
you
sure.
with all of the notes of what's been happening
Yes.
whilst
I
you've
don't know
been
what's been
home.
going on with apricot.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's funny enough. We were actually just talking about that last night. Was it last night we were talking about it? I think it was, wasn't it? When we were
talked
saying
about a lot of
I've
things
actually
last
got
night.
notes of what's been happening with
Yes, you said-
with
Oh. Yeah, you
had
apricot. I've
loads
got
of
everything
notes.
in my mind, and I've been starting to type it all out as to what's been
Oh,
going
no.
on there, just in case it happens to come up. So, yeah, I should have done that prep a little bit sooner there, perhaps.
You've heard that he was wanting to cast sending for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, granted,
Some
to get rid of Ravenheart, but
Yeah, that was it. It was a case of trying to get hold of Ravenheart, not so much apricot.
I think
but
so,
yeah.
yeah.
but
yeah,
apricot's
you
disappeared now, so
you will get the response to that next week.
Yes.
And I think
Now we're
for
all together again.
indeed, and I think this for all it's not my
All of us.
usual cliffhanger style ending. I think that is where we'll leave off for this week. I think
I mean,
a nice
a
calm
dragonborn
ending.
can come out of the cupboard and play more bagpipes if you want.
Or Strahd himself could come knock on the door.
No,
No,
There are
no,
numerous
we're okay,
ways.
thank you.
neither of those ideas are good.
Hey,
Yes.
come on!
Admit-
The dragonborn idea is much better than the vampire.
True.
No, I would prefer evil God King vampire to those blasted bagpipes.
Hey, he's got a level in bard now. He's fine.
Don't care, this room is very small.
Also, Venom doesn't know about the bagpipes. TJ
True.
does, Venom
None of
doesn't.
But I do.
Yes, TJ has been subjected to the bagpipes pre-level 20.
Yeah, speaking of levels as well,
Oops.
you guys get to level up this week.
Ooh,
So you now
ooh,
become
exciting.
level 6 adventurers, having
I get
managed
an
to
extra
discover
attack
the
on,
Sun Sword.
Nice.
so I get extra attack from my fighter.
Indeedy,
Level 5
indeed
fighter
you do.
gets extra attack.
Oh, that's
And
exciting.
just quickly as well, Venom does
Need to
manage
level
to
up
attune
use the monk
to
ability to let
the
me use it.
yeah. So Venom does manage to attune to the Sun Sword as well, and you get so Gilroy got the sense of contentment in that it was in the right hands of a holy man to basically complete its mission, whereas you get a sense of curiosity from the sword itself rather than contentment. So it's almost as if it's unsure about you and unsure how it is going to be wielded in your hands. And time will tell how that changes.
Cool.
Gilroy, so if we're doing the apricot stuff next week, can you like type up what your message was so that I
Yeah,
can
sure.
remember what it is for next week?
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Because otherwise we will forget.
Yeah. Oh no, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I will do that. I will make sure I do that.
6th level is my favorite monk ability. Actually, I get 2. I can hit ghosts.
Oh, that's
So,
fun.
And 2, if someone tries to hit me and they miss, and there is someone else next to me, I can dodge out of the way and make them hit the other person.
That's one of Theo's
That's
abilities
cool.
as well, is to be like, no, don't hit them, hit them.
I can turn critical hits into normal hits.
Is good. We will
That's
need that.
fabulous. Yeah.
It will definitely be needed at some point.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but 5th level fighter means extra attack, which
Oh,
means 2
yeah.
attacks, and then action surge 2 attacks.
Oh, you know
Just
what?
realized
I've
as
just,
two
well.
attacks.
I've just discovered.
And 2.2 attack.
Do I have it? Did I?
I've just discovered that a
monks are really
6th level
fun.
druid is quite powerful.
Oh.
I did not do a
I
shout
I
out
do
on
like-
that one
Oh,
when
yeah.
you did.
I did enjoy playing a monk when I played Will.
I can
Interesting.
transform into a creature of challenge rating that is my druid level divided by 3 rounded down. So on level 6, I can transform into a challenge rating 2 creature,
Nice.
which is already
There
pretty
are-
strong.
Oh yeah, there are quite a few decently powered level 2 creatures there. Yeah.
Lots of puppies.
Lots of puppies. Loads more puppies. Nothing but puppies.
Some dragon wormlings are challenge rating 2. Very interesting.
It's limited to beasts, though, isn't it?
Mm,
That in the last game I played a druid, and I was just like, can I turn into a dragon?
Alright, they have to be beasts.
Oh, right. That's the one I want.
Does this
Turn
mean
into
you
an
couldn't have
owl.
turned into a fish?
Yes, there we go.
Fish are
Uh,
beasts.
Let me
They
check
true?
that. Equipper.
Uh,
Equipper is a tiny beast.
Alright.
Beasts
That's
are,
alright.
beasts are D&D's version of just like animals. Like if it's a regular animal, it's a beast.
Okay, That's cool.
Uh,
just checking.
your new options include saber-toothed tiger, rhino, and polar bear. Which already is just iconic.
As well
Nice.
as giant boar, giant
Tiny little
constrictors, right?
blackbird just becoming like a
You could be a
massive
bigger
polar
Edison.
bear is so fun.
You could be a proper snake and not just a tiny. Because Edison's tiny.
A giant elk, a griffin. Is that a beast? No,
Did
that's a-
those bones have a skull? Like you said, it was a full skeletal structure, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
So technically, it would have a
Alright,
mouth.
Technically, yes.
Okay, good. All right. That's important for the spell.
Stupid dead needs a mouth. That's a good point.
Okay, cool.
But how is it going to talk without vocal cords?
Well, magic.
In a word, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Pretty much.
What? Magic.
Very cool. I'm excited. This is gonna be fun.
We've got to wait till next week for that.
Holy cow! I got
Probably.
Next week.
heck of a lot of spells.
Like a week away.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Wait.
Yeah, unfortunately. I've got a I'm starting a new game tomorrow. I'm playing a Furbolg Wizard.
Oh, very, very nice.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I'm just trying to find
I
some
realized
of
I
the
should have gone
icons.
for a Furbolg Druid because that would have just fit so much better.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I like a cute old bird druid though.
Old bird Druid with
Old
one
Bird
eye.
Druid is a very
Yes,
valuable
I'm
druid.
very attached to him.
I still need to do something with that one eye is not working correctly sort of deal. Haven't
Yeah.
walked into nearly enough doors yet.
Doors?
Oh god.
God damn it.
You have called down the
Trigger
ancient
word for
magic.
Torrid.
You have called down things which you do not comprehend.
Torrid and his daub.
There we go. That'll do. So,
Oh, just wait. Next time it'll be the Council of Turrets.
Oh god. I'll be back in a second, guys.
Yeah.
Council will judge
no
you.
worries.
It is time for your judgment.
I just realized I have a
Feels like
lot
the
of
first
spells.
episode of Star Trek Next Generation. Except instead of Q, it's Turret.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever been denied like entrance to the Council of Turrets? Has there ever been like a Jedi moment where they're like, you may hold the name of Turret, but we do not grant you the title?
Probably. Yeah, that has probably happened.
I mean, there
Anyway,
have been a lot of turrets.
I was going to say it'd probably take months to recount the whole lore of Torrid. Son of
yeah,
Torrid.
so we're
Son
going
of
to
Torrid.
end the stream here then.
That's alright.
So
Yeah.
we'll send a raid over to Dice in a Row, who is also playing D&D 5e. They are an actually Icewind Dale. So we'll send some love over
Right.
to them. And thanks once again there, Nakatron, for the raid there. Massive raid midstream. I do enjoy that. And thank you once again, guys, for all the follows as well. As they do, feel free to follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, where all of the VODs get uploaded. They do not get uploaded on a regular schedule because I am a terrible uploader and content creator. And I also have a full-time job, which, yeah. But yeah, do feel free to check out and subscribe so you'll get notified on there. You can also join my Discord as well, actually, where you will get notified on there when I go live and when videos get posted. And do I not have that one set up for that? Oh no. Discord.
Better.
There we go. There's the link to my Discord there as well, if you want to join on there. But anyways, for now, as I say, we'll drop into Dice in a Row. And for now, bye-bye, guys.
Bye.